Alright, what's up y'all? So I'm in my shed. I'm trying to kind of bling things out a little bit in this shed. I wanted to paint the floor. I've got some walls I wanted to paint. I've been on the fence whether or not I want to put any insulation on the walls back behind me. I'm not going to do anything up high. Actually, the ceiling there, that already has R11 insulation on it, so I'm not worried about insulating that, but I was thinking about insulating the walls and putting up some drywall. That way kind of insulate things here during the winter, and then maybe I can keep my chemicals out here and not worry about them freezing up. I'm on the fence about that. In the meantime, I may just go ahead and just get some white paint and just slap some paint on all this. So my neighbors ran across something interesting. So when they were painting their shed, they came across this stuff. This is M1 Advanced Insecticide Paint Additive. So this is about $10 for a little 1.5 ounce bottle, and finally saw the active ingredient, deltamethrin. So when I was talking to some of my online people, mentioned that there was deltamethrin. Luckily, they know the active ingredients off the top of their head a lot more than I do. They said, "Oh, that's the same stuff that's in Suspend SC." Okay, cool. So jumped on to do my own, and sure enough, the Suspend SC is the same thing as this M1 insecticide. Same application rate. That one is a 1.5 ounce bottle. You put that in 1 gallon. Same with the Suspend SC, up to 1.5 ounces per 1 gallon. So what I did is I've got the one bottle for my 1 gallon of paint here for the floor. So I'm going with a lighter to medium gray. It's a Valspar semi-gloss exterior paint primer, all weather, blah blah blah. So that's going to go across the floor. But I came up with some other cool ideas to try to bling it out. So I got some Rust-Oleum decorative paint chips. Now this is typically the stuff that you throw into if you're doing the epoxy floor coating, like in your garage floor or your laundry room or something like that, which I have done with mine. But I figured that'll actually probably work with this too, because the only thing it needs is just a little bit of a wet paint surface, and you just sprinkle them on there, and then it dries on there, and you got the nice little paint chip decoration on the paint. So I'm going to try that as well. I'm going to take that M1, mix into the 1 gallon of my floor paint, and then once the Suspend SC shows up and I get some white paint for the walls, then I'll put some Suspend into the paint as well. So what exactly will the paint additive do into the paint? Well, plain and simple, it's an insecticide, so if anything tries to eat on it, it's going to kill it. It's going to kind of deter anything from coming away. Anything that really kind of gets around on that paint is going to kill those bugs dead. So neighbor already did all their stuff. They painted and put all the insecticide in it. They bought like, I don't know, 4 or 5 bottles of that stuff. So when you start adding that up, they spent like 50 bucks in these little bottles of insecticide, when I'm buying just a 16 ounce bottle of the Suspend for about $36, $37 shipped, something like that, I believe it was. So definitely a lot cheaper to buy the Suspend versus this M1 stuff. So in case anyone is doing any painting outside, and not only can you just put this in paint, stains, let's say, I would say maybe your Thompson's water seal if you're going to stain your split rail fence. That would probably work pretty well for that too, because I've got split rail fences, and in certain spots I have some wood borers that are kind of playing havoc on it. So if I go through and want to stain or paint, we're thinking about maybe painting the split rail white, because I have a white privacy fence coming in into the back part of my yard, so maybe we'll paint those white. Not sure yet, it's just an idea. But either way, if we put something on that split rail, we can put this insecticide into the stain, water seal, whatever, and be able to keep those wood borers out. So that's an awesome idea. I've never thought about putting any sort of insecticide into it, so definitely worth checking into. But so it's already starting to get hot in this shed, so I'm going to start trimming out the paint, get everything mixed up here, and we'll catch back when I get everything painted up so you can see what it looks like. All right, there we go. So the garage floor, the shed floor is painted. It does look like a garage floor, like the epoxy coating with the paint chips in there. Looks, bug just flew in my mouth. So I think it looks pretty awesome. Got pretty good all the way around. I did screw up and that's gonna bug me. A little bit of gray paint hit the floor there. It looks pretty baller. So I'm going to let this dry a little bit further. I've had it going for a couple hours, the fan running across it and everything. I think it's mostly dry. I can put my hand on it. It doesn't seem like anything's coming up, but before I put any lawn equipment in here, the lawnmower, anything else like that, I'll probably wait till tonight, but I think it looks pretty cool. Let me know what you all think, and I'll see you in the next one.